You're about to discover the most spectacular goldmine of human anatomy and physiology materials and diagrams ever created for commercial sale. I'm about to share with you everything you'll ever need to know about human anatomy, physiology and drug therapy, complete with diagrams, courses, lesson plans, quizzes and solutions. All provide an effective and painless way to learn or review anatomy and physiology, from the chemical level through the entire organism, no matter whether you're a medical practitioner or specialist student or educator researcher or anatomist, injury law attorney, trainer or sports professional, chiropractor or therapist, nurse or paramedic. My name is Dr. James Ross and I've been teaching human anatomy and physiology for more than 18 years. I hold a PhD in integrative physiology, which I completed in 1992, and started writing for popular magazines and journals. I was recently a nominee in the Poster Prize at the British Neuroendocrine Society annual conference held on 15th and the 16th of September 2008 at the University of Bristol. In 2004, I founded the Inner Health Training School for paramedics and nurses in Pennsylvania. But more importantly, since 1996, I've helped thousands of students, practitioners and junior doctors learn and master the complex topics of anatomy quickly and easily. You see, once an expert explains to you how to actually do it, in language you can easily understand, this is almost as easy as eating lunch. The secret is in following proven lessons, mastering the subject one step at a time, at your own speed with detailed illustrations. This is closest thing to joining a full-time medical course that will cost you over thousands of dollars. Sounds good? Then read on. Cover hundreds of medical topics spanning over 3,000 plus pages. Award-winning course previously only sold to medical professionals. Each lesson ends with key facts, revision tests plus solutions to reinforce learning and pinpoint weaknesses. Detailed illustrations with labels to aid your comprehension and boost your retention. Idiot-proof coverage of every region and system in the body and identify specific muscle groups and their functions. Simple explanations of cell structures and body tissue and review key anatomy and physiology concepts. Perfect for medical practitioners, students, educators, anatomists, sports trainers, injury law attorneys, chiropractors, therapists, nurses and paramedics. No prior medical training is required. Computer printable so that you can read on the go. Compatible with both Windows and Mac. This ultimate award-winning human anatomy course is unsurpassed in conveying complex anatomical and pathological information. Take a fascinating journey inside the mysterious hidden wonders of the body via pages of structural information and beautifully detailed anatomical images to find answers to questions. All structures and musculature are modeled and labeled, including nerves, deep and superficial muscles, blood supply, skeletal structures and unique features for each individual body parts. Each topic is linked via references with test quizzes, and this provides the best way to learn and understand human anatomy and the body. This is honestly the most complete ultimate home study course in human anatomy and physiology course you'll ever find on the internet. With over 3,000 plus pages coupled with detailed illustrations and diagrams, it blows other similar courses away. If you are a student, you'll save yourself years of research. Pursuing a career as a healthcare professional? No problem, this hands-on course gets you up to speed in anatomy and physiology facts in a focused step-by-step manner. And that's not all. Boost your grades with the best-selling medical illustrated course. Learn about human anatomy or physiology without spending giant amounts of money on expensive courses. This easy-to-follow primer with quick study guides helps you understand the intricacies of the body and how all its systems work together. So what does this mean for you? Get instant access to the members area now. Find out how human muscles, nerves, bones, organs, glands, connective tissue and more function and communicate with each other. Discover the molecular level workings of your glandular, genitourinary, digestive, cardiovascular, and other systems. Conquer comparative and cellular physiology. Get complete answer explanations for all problems. Modules are clearly presented, easy to follow and thorough in content. Learn more in less time with the most enjoyable human anatomy course, but that's just part of the story. Let's take a closer look at the main components in this course. System component number 1. System component number 2. System component number 3. It is simply impossible to list everything down since it is too big, but here is brief overview at some of the contents. This is just one of the many modules in this component. Note, click on each image to view larger illustration, click on each image to zoom in. Lesson 1, Introduction to Basic Human Physiology. Lesson 2, Physiology of Cells and Miscellaneous Tissues. Lesson 3, Envelopes of the Body. Lesson 4, The Skeletal System. Lesson 5, Physiology and Actions of Muscles. Lesson 6, The Human Digestive System. Lesson 7, The Human Respiratory System and Breathing. Lesson 8, The Human Urinary System. Lesson 9, The Human Reproductive Genital System. Click on each image to zoom in. Lesson 10, Cardiovascular and Other Circulatory Systems of the Human Body. Lesson 11, The Human Endocrine System. Lesson 12, The Human Nervous System. Lesson 13, The Special Senses. Lesson 14, Some Elementary Human Genetics. Ear, Eyes, Nose Injuries. Musculoskeletal System. Nursing care related to the musculoskeletal system. Anatomy and physiology related to clinical pathology, and many more. Over 3,000 plus pages with full illustrations. What this boils down to is that you're getting the most comprehensive human anatomy and physiology course available. This leaves no stone unturned. Remember, this is just one module out of the hundreds in this component. It is simply too huge to list them all. Get instant access to the members area now. Pharmacology continues to be among the most dynamic of the biomedical sciences, and as such, it included as a component in this amazing home study course. Drug dosage and therapy. Oral and maxillofacial pathology. Pharmacology I. Pharmacology 2. Principles of epidemiology and microbiology, and many more. Over 3,000 plus pages with full illustrations. Click on each image to zoom in. Frankly, I didn't even delve into the details of every single module as I do not want to overwhelm you. You'll find out about drugs affecting the central nervous system, autonomic and cardiovascular drugs, drugs used to prevent and treat infections, lymphatic systems, cardiac and vasodilator drugs, and so much more. Let me tell you, though, that what I've shown here is very conservative in number. The actual contents of this course is jam-packed with a gargantuan amount of knowledge that has been scrupulously researched. This tome of knowledge is right there, just waiting for you to open. Get instant access to the members area now. List of illustrations. 1-to-1 regions of the human body. 1-to-2 anatomical position and medial lateral relationships. 1-to-3a the sagittal plane. 1-to-3b the horizontal plane. 1-to-3c the frontal plane. 1-to-4a typical animal cell as seen in an electron microscope. 1-to-5 planes of the body. Exercise 14. 1-to-6 directions. Exercise 15. 1-to-7 directions upon members. Exercise 16. 1-to-8a typical animal cell. Exercise 18. 2-to-1 epithelial cells. 2-to-2 types of epithelial tissues. 2-to-3 types of muscle tissue. 2-to-4a neuron. 2-to-5a synapse. 3-to-1 the integument and related structures. 3-to-2 the integumentary derivatives, appendages. 3-to-3a bursa the simplest serous cavity. 4-to-1a mature long bone, femur. 4-to-2a typical synovial joint, diagrammatic. 4-to-3a anterior view of the human skeleton. 4-to-3b posterior view of the human skeleton. 4-to-4a typical vertebra, superior and side views. 4-to-5 the human thorax with bones of the shoulder region. 4-to-6 the human skull, front and side views. 4-to-7 a general pattern of the upper and lower members. 4-to-8 the human scapula and clavicle, pectoral girdle. 4-to-9 the humerus, radius, and ulna. 4-to-10 the human hand. 4-to-11 the bony pelvis, 2 pelvic bones and sacrum. 4-to-12 the femur, tibia, and fibula anterior views. 4-to-13 the human foot. 5-to-1 skeletal and facial muscles, anterior view. 5-to-2 skeletal and facial muscles, posterior view. 5-to-3 types of lever systems. 5-to-4a simple pulley, the human knee mechanism. 5-to-5 the skeleto-muscular unit, arm-forearm flexion, third-class lever system. 6-to-1 the human digestive system. 6-to-2 anatomy of the oral complex. 6 to 3 section of a tooth and jaw. 7 to 1 the human respiratory system. 7 to 2 supralaryngeal structures. 7 to 3 the larynx. 7 to 4 infralaryngeal structures. Respiratory tree. 8 to 1 the human urinary system. 8 to 2 a section of a human kidney. 8 to 3 a typical nephron. 8 to 4 the human female genital system. 8 to 5 the human male genital system. Continued. 9 to 1 scheme of blood vessels. 9 to 2 the human heart. 9 to 3 scheme of heart valves. 9 to 4 cardiovascular circulatory patterns. 9 to 5 main arteries of the human body. 9 to 6 main veins of the human body. 9 to 7 the human lymphatic system. 10 to 1 the endocrine glands of the human body and their locations. 11 to 1 a typical neuron. 11 to 2 a synapse. 11 to 3 a neuromuscular junction. 11 to 4 the human central nervous system, CNS. 11 to 5 a human brain, side view. 11 to 5 b human brain, bottom view. 11 to 6 a cross section of the spinal cord. 11 to 7 a schematic diagram of the meninges, as seen in side view of the CNS. 11 to 8 a typical spinal nerve with a cross section of the spinal cord. 11 to 9 the general reflex arc. 11 to 10 a horizontal section of the eyeball. 11 to 11 cellular detail of the retina. 11 to 12 a frontal section of the human ear. 11 to 13 the labyrinths of the internal ear. 11 to 14 diagram of the scalai. 11 to 15 diagram of semicircular duct orientation. If you're a student or researcher, these diagrams would be a lifesaver. The good news is, you pretty much don't have to do any work at all. All the hard work has been extensively done for you. These comprehensive illustrations are all detailed and labeled. This is like having your own walking human encyclopedia.